This is Pete.
And Norm?
We're in a New Jersey diner.
Yeah.
Lucky us. And we're about to go see Power Rangers.
Go, go, go.
Yeah. And, yeah. So, are you excited?
I'm pumped.
What are
Getting there.
You haven't seen any, and
Stayed away from the reviews.
so and I've been review heavy.
Right.
But
I've been seeing all your shares. That's how I know it's been mixed.
yeah, but we really haven't discussed what those reviews were.
Right.
So it's a mystery for you. Still a mystery for me because I think the reviews are leaning towards a something unexpected.
Is there an end credit scene? Do we know that?
I
think
never.
there is.
Look.
I think I heard.
Well,
that.
we'll hang out towards the end anyway because we're just gonna be two losers in the movie theater waiting for. Did Wolverine have an end credit? Not
No.
Wolverine. Testing.
Hey, yo!
Okay. So that's the theme music for Dream Warriors.
Yes, it is.
We just saw Power Rangers.
We did.
Quick take.
Quick take. It was really good.
I-
Surprisingly good.
I loved it.
It was, yeah.
I loved it despite what all the YouTubers and initial reviews said.
People are picky.
This is beyond being picky. It's almost like collusion. Like they're all being paid to say the same garbage.
I can see that.
But for an origin movie,
No,
it's one of the best origin movies, I feel.
definitely.
And we're pumped, we're excited.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
We're
It was a
going
good
to
flick.
we're going to drive into Philly now.
Hey, yo.
Talk about this on the whole way there.
Pretty much.
Then we're going to sit down and we're going to finish the rest of the
Switch
episode.
this on.
Here we
and,
go.
Okay.
Play with some buttons. I think we're back.
We're back.
We're back recording. We can't hear each other. Right now.
It sounds dead.
How about right now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we're good, right?
All right.
We just did a lightning quick setup because things were still broken down from our St. Paddy's Day party.
Woo!
Which we talked about more or less on our way home.
Yes.
We didn't lament the movie too much. We recalled our previous Saturday more than lamenting the movie.
I was still marinating on it.
Washing the movie over. So I'm going to go into my documents. And there's a couple things I wanted to. Let me erase this up real quick. Oh, Google Docs, it has a new interface. I'm liking it. So, news real quick. I just wanted to run through some news segments,
Okay.
some news ideas with you, and
I actually just came across a bit.
Did you?
While
Okay.
you were setting up.
well, you saw Beauty and the Beast.
I did.
What was your takeaway?
I liked it. It was solid. It's almost pretty much a shot-for-shot remake of the animated.
Are you that's really what you were expecting, though, right?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
To the point where they had already announced that James Earl Jones is coming back to voice Mufasa in the live-action Lion King.
So I really don't like. I don't understand the draw to see it. I really don't. I mean, if it's like an up. I mean,
Beauty and the Beast or Lion King?
It's both if they're just straight up remakes.
Okay.
Like if there's everyone.
Well, you like the Jungle Book, and that's like straight up
No,
remake.
there was so much more to that. There was more, again, nuanced is the word that comes to mind.
Well, I also forgot to mention.
I never felt for Jungle Book. You never felt for the characters in that. You never felt for the fight, the struggle, the dynamic.
Okay.
The live action one had all of that, and that's why it just took me back.
Okay.
Maleficent too added like some crazy backstory.
Right. See, that's like they add backstory in this one. You find out why Belle just lives with her dad, which I was thinking about today. Like every Disney princess either has no parents or just one.
Yeah. No, it's not just Disney princess. Antagonist.
Right. Like no
Harry Potter.
Disney. Well, yeah.
Harry Potter. Bruce Wayne,
Right.
Tony Stark,
Right.
Peter Parker. Okay, it's a storytelling element because the character is at its most raw, and the character is put up against the wall out of the gate.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to do much to give the character adversity, making the character an orphan, essentially like poor, homeless, on its own. And then the character is now at this point like isolated, and we all identify with that.
Makes sense.
And that's why they're nerds. I had my phone on silent, and it's still. No, it was on. No, I thought I had it on silent. It's on vibrate now. That was my phone. Yeah, it's a storytelling device that is true and true. Okay, it works.
It does,
and we love it. And you know what? That's kind of what they did with the Power Rangers.
A little bit.
They were
yeah.
all. I mean, I thought they portrayed Jason awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of like he wasn't a dick, but he was a good guy. He was like a good dude,
Right.
but he wasn't.
He's a troubled kid.
He wasn't perfect,
Right.
and I'm like, man, I was like, that is.
He's the rebel. They made him the rebel instead of Tommy. Mazel tov.
I thought they
Not that Tommy's in this one.
Yeah, not so.
Stinger.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, do not listen to this.
If you haven't seen the movie,
Yeah, but you probably did see the movie if you're listening to this.
we would hope.
The Tommy mid-credit sequence, right?
Right.
I guess that would be expected.
More or less.
Yeah, I thought
That or the Zeo crystal. That's what was rumored. Was they were going to start to allude that they would be getting their power in the next one from that, and obviously that didn't come to fruition.
Well,
but
they did so many awesome things with this movie.
Right.
But let's get through some of the news, and we're going to go right back into the movie. So, Beauty and the Beast. Norm gives a thumbs up.
Yes.
I haven't seen
I do.
it yet. I think I'm seeing it this Saturday.
You get backstory on Beast's parents too.
Okay.
You get some shit on both parents.
Okay, great. Justice League poster. They've released a logo poster.
I saw that. Yeah. I didn't see the whole thing.
I tweeted to Zack Schneider about that, and I said, "Is this confusing, or am I old as F?" Because I just looking at it, I'm just like. Might be different in person.
Is Thor's hammer bursting through the JLA? Is that what that is?
I don't know why everything needs to be dark.
I feel you. It's like
why is it
every X-Men poster anymore is dark.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It's like X-Men did it first, so let them have it. I get it. Marvel went bright. I really do think a lot of it is the Christopher Nolan influence that he injected into Man of Steel, and they at that point that was like their palette.
Yeah,
and they just
everyone loved those Batman movies so much, but you don't need to keep that formula. Like, people love Tim Burton's. Some people love Joel Schumacher. Like, you could try other styles. You don't have to keep it.
I'm fine with keeping them muted because I do believe that the upgrade or the what they did to the Superman's costume in Man of Steel. I think that was like the coolest type of upgrade or that they could have done.
Right. No, it's still Superman, but it's not. He doesn't have his red undies.
Yeah.
It's
and it had the notes of Kryptonian,
right?
Like the Kryptonian side, which you never saw before,
right?
Or you never saw successful before. And I thought they nailed it, and they borrowed from Superman Returns with that textured look, and they went to it. I just got the visual director, the visual directory or the visual guide to Man of Steel, which is essentially like the art of Man of Steel, and the cover is printed in that texture.
Okay,
I'll show it to you like after this. I just stared at it for days. Like it was in my bag. I was like taking it out when I would get to like an office. Okay. JLA trailer is dropping in 2 days.
Yes.
You curious, excited? I'm very curious about it.
I'll say I'm curious.
I want to see more.
That's really excited for the train wreck that this franchise will be, and hopefully
I think Justice League is going to be fine.
I think Justice League will be fine too. It's everything after.
Yeah.
The way that they're scrambling just doesn't.
And I feel Wonder Woman could be disappointing, and Justice League would be fine.
Right.
Okay. Where are you with Ghost in the Shell? that seems to be getting more steam. They got first 5 minutes are online.
I saw that.
Smart move.
I didn't watch them, but I saw it hit.
Very smart move.
I'm a little...
They're giving away a chunk of the movie.
Right.
Because they're confident. I think because they're confident in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they know it's going to pop, and I think they wanted to pop more. And I'll tell you one thing. I think I saw one of the theater displays. It was like this big pink triangle.
Okay.
And it's just cool. Like, it's just the most unique one there outside the Guardians one.
I feel
Everything else
you got to send me those pictures, by the way.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we took pictures of Norm at the Guardians of the Galaxy couch.
I'm chilling with the
display.
boys.
Yeah, and that's probably the most unique display we've seen in years.
It's been a while, yeah.
Long time since there was a movie
They had one.
display.
They had one like that when Dark Shadows came out.
Okay.
It was like
yeah.
a wooden chair, and everyone was around and whatnot. I worked at the theater for that.
I forget that.
That's how I remember. I saw some good standees in my day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really conflicted with Ghost in the Shell. I kind of want to rewatch the anime before I see it, but then I'm like, I want to go into this with a fresh mind.
I'll tell you, go in with a fresh mind. Go in wanting to see,
because I know the live action seems to be playing up that like they screwed her out of life, and I don't ever remember that being in
the animation is such.
Ooh, that was my shoulder.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know if that picked up or not, but
pop and lock. No, I heard it. I heard it through the ears. My headset. Anyway, I think you should not even have to bother watching Ghost in the Shell animated because it's so confusing. It's always was a visual feat,
right,
and that's all it should be.
It always disappointed me. I've only seen it the one time, and all I knew about it was the title Ghost in the Shell and like the cover art.
Yeah,
and I was kind of always imagining something paranormal. I guess I'm a smack ass and I hear Ghost and I'm like, all right, this is going to be some Yu Yu Hakusho shit. Bring it on. And it's all assassins and robots. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Well, you're I guess like you going into it.
Right.
So there's a phrase called Ghost in the Machine.
Okay.
And the Ghost in the Machine is, I deal with this a lot with the IT stuff. So sometimes it's like, hey, like this like server, this laptop, it should be running perfect.
But it's not.
It's got like a mind of its own.
It's got a gremlin.
It's got and there's a ghost in the machine. Okay, so Ghost in the Shell is her in the shell is the human mind in the robotic body, same as RoboCop. So the shell is the robot part, and the ghost is like her soul. So and that does not make the anime any more understandable with that explanation. We talked a little bit about the IMAX posters.
Yes.
I mean,
I love that Guardians one.
I think they're kicking ass on all of them.
That last one for Guardians, because I went to that sneak preview when you got the one that's like the record cover for the deluxe. That one was awesome.
That they released the Transformers one, Alien Covenant,
the Indiana Jones one from back in the day. That like drawn out cartoon style.
The Logan one, which I loved. I wanted to get it. So. I think the Rogue One ones were awesome. There was actually a set of 3, but they all had that white background. So everyone for years made fun of movie posters,
right? Because
they called it Mount Rushmore heads, like when they would just do that stuff. And they knocked
Ender's Game,
and they knocked the blues mashing with the oranges as the pop. Like. Cowboys and Aliens is a poster that comes to mind with that. So they knocked these for years. And then like a cottage industry emerged. That was the minimalist movie poster, and some of these were licensed, some of them weren't. And I really thought almost all of them. I just think they're dumb and lazy. I don't think there's a lot of design work that goes into them.
You know what's a good Mount Rushmore one? Style, if you will. The Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's still got that, like, Star Wars classic drawn look to it, but it's still all just the heads and the designs.
Yeah, it's like that Drew Struzan. He's the guy that did the Star Wars ones.
Okay. Did he do the Indiana Jones, too?
Did the Indiana Jones. He might have done Stranger Things.
It's definitely in that style. It's in that vein.
He's also done Goonies, Adventures in Babysitting.
Okay.
He is the second. No, he's the first name when it comes to movie posters. The second name is a guy named Bob Peake.
Okay.
Bob Peake is who they mimicked, who did the Apocalypse Now, dripping face for the King Kong IMAX. And the King Kong IMAX poster amazing.
Nice.
So here's the thing. So now you have like what people like to say, unimaginative, uncreative, corporate Hollywood, evil bean counter
The Doctor
guys.
Strange one. Doctor Strange's
I want
IMAX that was blacklight.
I want that.
I bought it off of eBay. It was like $6 free shipping.
I might buy that tonight.
And friggin' the dude, right? He sticks
you
it.
fold it?
No, he sticks it in a manila envelope, right? It came late. It was like crushed in a truck somewhere. Sticks it in a
Did you get
manila
your money
envelope.
back?
Nah, I let it go. It was $6. And he stamps on it twice, do not bend. Like no cardboard, no nothing.
Stupid.
Like just
Lazy.
the one corner's a little like punch crushed. It never really
Did you
got
leave
like
negative
crumpled.
feedback?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
And he didn't offer to
Nope.
refund?
Nope.
You let that guy off the hook. You should never let sellers like that
I
off the
know.
hook. Because, you know me, I do a lot of shipping.
Oh yeah.
I am so freaking careful. Even if it's a $2 item or whatever, I am super careful about it.
Well, when I got my Punisher Born book, I had to tear that guy apart because
Yeah.
it was like near mint. I was getting it for a steal already,
Yeah.
and
He probably...
he just threw it in the envelope. Do not bend. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if you would have, and like the one corner of the book really got folded up, and it's like if you would have just put a piece of cardboard in there, this would have been fine.
The do not bend is a myth.
Right. They don't care.
It's a myth.
They don't give a rat's ass. They're not in control.
Yeah, it's not even that. Yeah, it's like things happening through the shipping process, period. So real quick, so the point I was getting at with the IMAX posters is like corporate Hollywood responded. They found a way to do these amazingly, just awesome imaginative pieces.
Yes.
Now they do them consistently, and now like these companies mean almost nothing. Unless your name's Tyler Stout and it's a Mondo poster.
Right.
Or a Mondo print, more or less, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, and it's a great example to how trends do exist. You can respond to a trend, and you can add to a movement.
Definitely.
And now, like, the movement's over because the bean counters got control, but they're doing good work, and no one really cares. But no one says that they're doing a great job.
No.
Because they're evil. So, real quick, Woody Harrelson says that Han Solo is the best Star Wars movie.
Yes. I actually have Han Solo news. That's what I just found.
Tell me your Han Solo news. Go.
All right. Well, we got a little bit of story stuff here. I didn't read who it came from. It's a quote. People from working on the movie. So
we're off the cusp here.
Right. They are shooting the Han Solo movie now. It's going to start when he was 18, and the movie's going to go up until he's 24. We're going to see significant things in his life, like him obtaining the Millennium Falcon, him meeting a Wookiee, and we're going to discover how he got his name. Which, to me, is a little... I thought he was just Han Solo.
Yeah.
But now he masturbates alone until he meets the Wookiee. Like, is the Han Solo joke coming? Coming. Did you see what I did there?
Yeah. This just might be the again, like my revelation when I saw The Arrival, which is like there's such a power in going forward.
Right.
And people are not, I think they're not used to that form of storytelling any longer because everything is always to go backwards and to explain. And The Arrival is literally sets up this thread that can go on for 20 movies or multiple. Like
we need your help. You're already helping us. You just have to learn.
3,000 years in the future, we will, and that is like at that point you can do so much just by going forward from the starting point in The Arrival. It really like, and then I kind of look back to a lot of franchises that keep going back. And like Harry Potter maybe being the one exception because it's built on everything that happened before.
Well, I made that argument before where she had a clear-cut, decisive idea overall. And it really, whereas the guys with Lost had an opening scene and a closing scene.
I do think the success of how they're going back is and the long form type storytelling shifted towards a positive, but people realizing what happened with Lost. Okay,
definitely.
I think TV improved. I think they really. I think things like Breaking Bad.
Well, like the Duffer Brothers have a 9-page Bible on the Upside Down. Just
Yeah.
And like that right there will keep the story good and true because they at least have ideas and rules in place.
Yeah.
Whereas it seemed like Lost, they just started throwing shit at the wall.
like you normally do when you make a TV show, you produce what's called the Bible.
Right.
Okay, which is a giant binder, and it's backstories.
What goes,
of
what doesn't go.
Yeah, and it's a lot of stuff that doesn't even make it to screen. But real quick, Deadpool 2
Yes.
seems to be leaning towards Brad Pitt for Cable.
I'll take it over Marble Mouth any day of the week.
So I love Michael Shannon.
I like him in a few movies. But for the most part, when he's doing that grizzled grumble,
I don't know.
He loses me.
He was amazing in Man of Steel.
That's one of the ones where
Midnight Special.
I haven't seen that one.
I thought he's great. Get Shelter.
Okay.
The one about the flood.
I added that one to.
That one.
I think it's on Amazon. You can stream it.
Oh, can you?
I think.
I haven't seen that in a while. I would stream that tonight.
I feel like it might be that or. Yeah, I feel like I saw it streaming.
He was just in something really young. And he really is like a journeyman actor.
He's the main, not the main. He's the drug dealer in "Twas the Night Before." That Anthony Mackie, that one he's good in. I like that, he's like spaced out.
He's the guardian angel.
Yes,
yeah. I like him. I really do. I think he's a great actor. So speaking about like going backwards, and speaking of X-Men franchise movies, I do feel like that's what killed the X-Men franchise movies. Is that they had too much of a commitment in going backwards, and once they hit First Class, and First Class was a hit,
right?
It was like, wow, like we don't know what to do.
Pretty much.
Like, and they were kind of stuck in it. I really do think they made their best of making period type superhero, X-Men driven mutant army type movies, or however you want to classify them. I thought they did the best with what they had, but eventually the franchise ran out of steam,
right? Because
they were going back too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have any other news?
That was
to discuss. Yeah. So real quick, we're trying to make this more of a little bit of a quicker episode, just cause we've had long days.
Right.
We both hacked and slashed.
Tomorrow is that last day, and then freedom.
We both hacked and slashed to make the movie.
Yes.
And you met up with me and my parents at the Silver Diner outside the theater, one of my favorite places to go. And they were like, when they left, we were kind of like, hey, let's do some recording before the movie and after the movie, and kind of be like on the spot.
Right.
And I think adding a dimension to a format that we really haven't seen a lot.
No, it definitely worked. It sounded good.
And and I thought it was. I just thought it was fun.
There's something cool about the hustle and bustle in the background.
Yeah, and I think it's also we're hustling and bustling.
Yes,
and we're
on the move.
We're busting our butts to do new things and interesting things with this show.
Yes.
Okay, like you have a whole episode ready to go that we still have to record, which is your Monster Mania episode.
Yes.
Okay.
With that one, we still have to do the Logan episode that we teased.
We can do that. So it's stuff like that. I did do a Logan conversation with Mark.
Okay, that works.
Wait. Or I think
you did Kong. I know Kong came up.
I think we did. No, I think we did. You and I did Logan.
No, we didn't.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Because we missed the week because it snowed, and then we had St. Patty's.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's why I said we could do a double tonight.
Because I did a Logan thumbnail. I thought we had like a Logan episode.
You set it up, and we teased it, and we never got around to it in true Dream Warriors fashion. It was from that last X-Men episode.
Episode 21, Logan and Norm's disappearance. That's the one that you were late. And I started recording on my own. Yeah, so we did do that. You were really hungry. We must have been really fucking wasted that day. Holy shit.
It's been a long couple weeks, dude. I wasn't lying to you. Norm's on fumes right now.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's why
the movie brought me to life a little bit, though.
That's why I wanted this too. But so, speaking of the movie, just to keep things Dream Warriors interesting and fun, informative, is I wanted to just highlight who these people were that put this movie together.
Let's do that.
Okay. Brian Casentini, he is one of the producers.
Okay.
He is credited for
being behind many of the Power Rangers incarnations.
Okay.
So you have a Power Rangers powerhouse.
Right.
Okay. We know about Haim Sabin.
Yes.
If you want to know about him, listen to our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode where we
pretty much
his life. Marty Bowen. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Rosebud TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight movies.
Okay.
This begins the emergence of a pattern. Okay. Wick Godfrey. Real name. He's credited for Twilight series and Maze Runner.
Okay.
Those are your 4 producers. So
we got teeny bopper movies out the wazoo.
So, like I said, this is a part of a pattern. I'm going to just shoot down here too. I have a document I'm just going to make my way through. The production company. Okay, Temple Hill Entertainment.
Okay.
Are the guys that got the financing together, put the whole production together. So, you want to know their 2 big franchises?
Sure. Shoot. What we got?
Maze Runner.
Okay. And Twilight. Okay.
So now we know who's behind Power Rangers. So for teenage angst, being misunderstood, working together, similar enemies, and all these other things, all these things that make teenage movies fun and unique, and I don't know, the digestible entertainment that they are. And I say digestible in a good way, meaning that you can understand what the hell you're watching. And I say that with content because I am tired of movies stopping and leaving everything open-ended. It seems like even comedies do that now.
Yes.
Films that shouldn't even have it.
Right.
Okay. So Temple Hill.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
You got 2 hours. Wrap it the hell up.
Yeah, and they're also behind Tracers, which starred the Jacob Teen Wolf dude from Twilight.
Okay.
That was kind of like, I think that was a potential like Taken type franchise that didn't take off.
Okay.
But they were also behind a movie called 10 Years. And I'm so curious about this movie. Because it's like this romantic comedy, but it is like an earlier movie and it had like an interesting backstory on its financing. And, again, these are the things you discover when you research. So 10 Years made my list. So I want to get to the guy who wrote this movie. Because I think, holy crap, dude, illustrious career. The guy moved to L.A. His name is John Gaddis.
Okay.
He moved to Hollywood, wanted to become an actor, becomes an actor, but also becomes a screenwriter.
There we go.
So we had the whole discussion with Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
One of the Keanu Reeves movies that I referenced was Hardball.
Okay.
He wrote Hardball in 2001. Also wrote Summer Catch. Back-to-back baseball movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so other movies, right? Coach Carter.
Okay.
Samuel Jackson basketball movie. Inner City. Kind of like a Hoosiers.
Right. I've seen it.
Yeah. Dreamer, which was a Dakota Fanning horse movie.
Okay.
That's
the racing movie, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that horse is. I don't know if the horse is a racer. I think it came out around the same time as Seabiscuit.
Okay.
And Secretariat, I think, also had a movie. So they were all like a bunch of horse movies. It doesn't matter. Seabiscuit is...
War Horse probably came out around then, too.
Yeah, don't remind me of that.
Screw you, Spielberg.
No, he screwed us. So he directed Dreamer. Okay, so that was 2005. So somehow there's like a break in there. So 2011.
Okay.
he comes out, speaking of Steven Spielberg. I'm pretty sure this was a produced Steven Spielberg movie. Real Steel.
Okay.
With Hugh Jackman, with Wolverine.
Okay. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was the no, that wasn't. That was Chappie.
Okay. Yeah, and Real Steel, arguably, at that point you had like the Battleship movie, and then Real Steel is like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Pretty much, yeah.
But if you consider Real Steel Rock'em Sock'em Robots, it's an incredible adaptation.
It's not a bad movie
of that idea, though. It's like. You're like, holy crap, dude! Like, Rock'em Sock'em Robots has like a really cool backstory, and and it's engaging and believable.
Junker bots.
Okay, so the next year he gets Flight with Denzel Washington.
All right.
He gets tons of nominations, and he 2014
we have a underrated, overlooked movie, Need for Speed. Based on the video game.
Right.
Starring,
I remember the poster for that.
Starring, what's his name from Breaking Bad?
Jesse
guy, yeah.
No, not Eisenberg.
Okay.
That's Lex Luthor.
And then Spectral, which I think is on Netflix.
Yes, that is like a Marine Corps ghost movie. I haven't watched it yet, but it's in my list.
So I tried watching that. I had no idea. I watched it when it popped up on Netflix. I think I got 20, 30 minutes into it and just said, nah.
Guy at work watched it.
Yeah.
He said last 20 minutes are when everything pops off, and he was like, why couldn't the whole movie be like that?
Yeah. I think I didn't care about the build. I didn't care about some of the science they were building into the story.
Okay.
And I didn't get into it.
Is it supposed to be like a Ghostbusters? Is that what I can expect?
I guess maybe
I picture badass Ghostbusters.
You know where I turned? I got tuned out.
Oh, movie news. Side note. Sorry, I digress. They just said the next Ghostbusters movie will be an animated feature to lead into.
They've been saying that.
Yeah, well.
Right.
They talked 10 years about a new Ghostbusters, and we did finally get it. We have a whole episode dedicated to it.
If you listen to our Ghostbusters episode, okay, we go through the history of the franchise, and that animated one has been lingering for a long time.
Right.
So I will believe it when I see it.
Fair enough. We'll be seeing it soon.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy's on like such a role. Co-writer, Kong Skull Island.
Okay.
Writer, screenwriter for Power Rangers.
Yes.
So if you want to go through, I'm just going to run through some of the movies that this guy was an actor in.
Okay.
Okay. Because I think you would appreciate this. Witchboard 2, The Devil's Doorway.
Okay.
Pumpkinhead 2, Bloody Wings.
Nice.
Leprechaun 3.
Hey, yo, who's he in Leprechaun 3?
Scott McCoy.
No shit. Scotty.
Okay.
He's the main guy in that.
Oh, is he?
Now I can picture him.
Okay. Another Day in Paradise, Gods and Monsters. One of the greatest football movies of all time, Varsity Blues.
Okay.
Imposter, Big Fat Liar, The Shaggy Dog, Norbit, Meet Dave.
Oh my god.
Fred, the movie. Real Steel, Fred 2, Night of the Living Fred, Terriers, Harmony and Me, 8,000 Words. Okay? So, I mean, like, come on. Okay. The people, so this is, what's that? Are we picking up something?
Yeah.
I think we're picking it. We'll see if that comes through.
We're picking something up.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to work that one. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Turn it down, Barry.
Yeah. Okay, so if you go into the people who did the story.
Right.
Okay. So there's 4 credited story people that came up with the story in different fashions, and then like sometimes the screenwriter is the one that cobbles it all together. Right. So the 2 of the big people is let me get these names right: Mark Sazma and Burke Sharpless. Okay. So these guys are a darling pair now. They have been connected with a lot of movies that didn't get made that were hyped. Like a Clue movie, Atari's Missile Command. They're connected right now to Netflix's relaunch of Lost in Space. Okay. So the movies that they're credited have not been kind. Right. Starting with Dracula Untold. Okay. The Last Witch Hunter, Vin Diesel. Gods of Egypt. Okay. And now Power Rangers. But they seem to be a pair that can pitch and sell. Right. Okay. And there's also Michelle Mulrooney. She wrote a movie called Paperman that was kind of like stood out. Oh, and Sherlock: A Game of Shadows. Okay, but that's a sequel, right? Yeah. Okay. But Paperman looked interesting, so that kind of,
is that a short? I feel like I might have saw that.
It might be a short. I wanted to look it up. They had I saw the poster.
I think it was nominated for like an Oscar, maybe.
Maybe. I hope not. Yeah. So real quick though, I want to go through the music. Brian Towler. So he did the music for. Give me 1 second here. I think we're going to make a quick pause.
Green. It might have white in there. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I think we're back. Are we back?
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry. Yeah, it's just got a little sound moving through, so we're just going to plow through. Just going to talk over it.
Yeah,
and make the best of it. So Brian Taylor, he composed a movie called Six String Samurai.
Okay, never heard of it.
Independent movie, awesome movie.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's like a samurai in a post-apocalyptic world with a guitar.
Sold.
Yeah, and the guy's like. He's like in a blazer and suit.
I'm out.
A guy with
you
glasses.
lost me.
Yeah,
you lost me. I don't relate to that guy. Yeah. Wear the jeans and the t-shirt.
Simon Says with Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Bubba Hotep.
Yes.
Frailty, Panic.
Frailty. It's another great one.
The Hunted with
Benicio and Tommy Lee.
Underrated movie.
Hey yo.
Timeline too.
Okay. I love that movie.
Constantine, Annapolis. We always reference Jane Franco movies.
Constantine.
Bug
with the Michael Shannon. Right,
awesome movie, yeah.
Right, that's one I don't
William
like.
Friedkin, Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift, AVP, Requiem, Alien vs Predator, Rainbow, Fast Furious, The Expendables. I think he's done all the Fast and Furious movies since Tokyo Drift, which is kind of funny because this movie has had an opening just like Tokyo Drift, where our antagonist gets into a car wreck.
Okay.
And technically gets into 2 car wrecks.
Well, technically, this movie opens with the extinction of the dinosaurs.
To some, it was the Cryptozoic era.
Yes.
And I'm not sure.
He calls in a comet to his location. To me, that's
what they were doing.
And that's why
But they're not in Mexico, and everyone believes that the comet that destroyed the dinosaurs landed in Mexico.
Well, look at you. You got your smarty pants on.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. But
don't take me to school when I'm recording a podcast.
Hey, if you're not learning with this podcast, we're not
That's
doing
true.
We're not
That's
doing
true. We're trying to be educators.
So, real quick, though, side note. So, how cool was the beginning of this movie?
It's pretty cool. Looking back, I'm a little disappointed. Just a tad. Because now I kind of, clearly they're all different species, if you will, I think.
It's so here...
Which I'm fine with. But I want to see them now.
No, I think these were the people that first inhabited Earth.
Okay. You think?
Because he said every planet that has life has...
Zeo crystal.
Right. So that plane had life.
But the ships flying overhead kind of led me to believe that they weren't necessarily from there because it's inhabited by dinosaurs. And they say once life,
but they were there. But they were I guess these guys were the protectors of this one.
Maybe
so every plane has its own Power Ranger protectors.
Right.
Kind of Green Lantern-ish or Lensman, Docky Brown. Shout out for the author of Lensman. Good old Docky. That's a super geeky reference.
Yeah.
That you're not even picking up on that
one.
Yeah, Lensman is the series that heavily got borrowed by Green Lantern.
Okay.
And they had lenses on their wrist. So they went from the wrist to the finger and la-di-da. Hal Jordan and Ryan Reynolds later derails the franchise. Blah, 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 blah. So the director, most notable project is Project Almanac. He directed Project, which was a Michael Bay produced real-time, not real-time, POV shot movie.
Right.
Point of view.
It's documentary style.
Yeah, documentary style.
I haven't seen it.
Blair Witch style.
Right.
A lot of people said the movie was good.
Chronicle style almost. It's Chronicle with time travel is how I looked at that one.
Yeah, I thought, I honestly, when I was watching this movie.
My problem was that came out around the same time as one with, oh God, I don't remember the name of it, but there's like a camera that takes a picture every hour, but it's a picture of the future. So it's like time travel that you can almost predict. That's kind of
cool, yeah.
It's got Caitlin Snow from The Flash. She's like the main girl in that.
I'm not sure I don't watch The Flash. But
you saw a couple episodes.
No, I saw a couple minutes.
I'm gonna look that up.
Well, you don't have to. It's really not important. So I thought, Project Almanac being a Michael Bay vehicle, like a Michael Bay produced movie. It was definitely this guy directs like Bay, I thought.
Right.
He shoots like Bay, directs like Bay. He's a Bay disciple. comes through. I think it adds a lot of credit to Michael Bay. I think it makes the Transformer references in the movie a little bit more funny.
Yeah. Okay. That was good. I enjoyed that.
The look of the movie, right? Huge success.
Yes.
So the cinematographer, he is right now one of the go-to guys for Marvel Netflix.
Okay.
He has done a huge chunk of Daredevil episodes.
Right.
He's slated for Defenders. Okay, so you kind of see it.
Do we think the Hand are going to be the main villains in that? I think it's going to be the Hand because so far that's kind of expanded every show.
I'm about to jump into just skip ahead to the last 2 episodes and see where they end Iron Fist because I am so disinterested in Iron Fist, even though I think the parts of the show that work better than most shows.
Okay.
I think Iron Fist at its worst is still better than 90% of the television that's out there.
By far.
Long form television versus short form television. Right. Short form television is a little bit more competitive, but just in all, okay. I don't know. The Hand in Iron Fist just doesn't seem deadly.
Okay.
Like they did in Daredevil.
Right.
Like Daredevil, you're like, yo, they're bringing dudes back from the dead. Yeah. They don't give a shit. How's Daredevil even going to fight these guys?
Yeah, right.
And then in Iron Fist, it's almost like you're getting more of the mechanics.
Okay.
Like you're really seeing the true danger of what they're doing and how they're trying to do things. And so you're getting the mechanics of the organization.
Yeah, all those little pieces just lead me to believe that it's going to be another invasion of New York, just without aliens. It'll be.
They could be doing Shadowland, which was a Daredevil recent, I guess maybe his most recent / successful event. That still kind of was bad comic books.
Okay,
if that makes any sense.
A little bit.
Okay, but Shadowland is kind of the Daredevil turning to the Hand, becoming one of them. Okay.
Batman League of Shadow style.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'm that would really lend itself. But then it's kind of weird because Iron Fist has Rosario Dawson again. She's back training.
Okay.
And she's progressing. But she doesn't look like at all that she's progressing. Looks kind of it doesn't look strong. I believe it.
She's friggin' night nurse.
Yeah.
Why train? Just let her stitch you up.
I think they want her. They want the girl from Jessica Jones to also be in Defenders.
Right, and I'm assuming Elektra's going to be there.
Maybe, I don't know. Elektra can go either way.
I'm assuming Elektra really should be over Punisher. Yeah, I would say will probably be there.
Yeah, but either way, I think what they're doing is still awesome.
Yes,
because you're getting 5 series, you're getting 60 episodes. We'll just say, you're getting 60 episodes leading into Defenders.
Right.
So 60 hours of content leading into Defenders, and I still feel like Iron Fist has so much there. I'm curious to there's a side of me that wants to start over or finish it and watch it again to maybe get a different take or perspective, or kind of analyze what I'm missing, or maybe I'm not concentrating or into it. Because leading up into Iron Fist, I read really good stuff and saw really good stuff. I believe it.
I was hearing all negative things. I was on the fence.
Yeah.
I like Finn Jones in Game of Thrones. I'm not crazy about the pubic hair and beard, which the episode I'm on now, he's trimmed his beard, so it's not bothering me as much.
I don't none of that bothered me. I think the dude.
It hooked me when, by the 3rd episode, you have. His life is coming back to get, I'm alive. There's no more secrets between us. Right. Don't tell my daughter. That's when I was like, all right. So this guy is back from the dead. This guy is cool with, that's where I was like, all right, I'm in.
So here's where I'm at in the show is you don't really know who's on what side and what the motives are.
Right.
And I think every Marvel show hits that moment.
Yes. For all you know, Cottonmouth could have turned out to be a good guy.
Yeah, where it's where a lot of the characters are.
And it was the Viola Davis that was a monster.
That are in the pivot. And
So like that's there's just talking to you. I'm like, I'll just finish watching. Like I'll just do. But anyway, so our cinematographer we have to thank for the look of many of the Marvel Netflix episodes.
Right on.
And you watch this movie, you watch Power Rangers, and 100% comes through. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're done that. Those are the people that put this movie together.
Right.
We have people that back the Twilight movies, back the Maze Runner movies, that have a dark brooding background, that have a teenage driven direction in their content. Mm-hmm. And I think it really encapsulates and helps crystallize what the process was for this movie and why these people would want to make this project. You getting another one? Yeah, we're also drinking beers because we wanted alcohol for the movie and kind of totally dropped the ball.
That's all right. We'll have it for the next con.
Promise?
For the next episode. Yes,
Promise?
I always go to cons with a cooler of beer in the trunk.
Yeah.
I don't buy hotel beer. They can kiss my ass.
I really want to watch Real Steel now. I love that movie so much.
Believe it.
So so let me tell you. So a lot of the reviewers, and everything's YouTube reviewers have the most influence, and so everyone said Rita was overacting.
Okay.
Chewing up scenery. Mm-hmm. Okay, she said everyone was kind of saying, and this is really what I mean by collusion, because I do believe it. That she watched the show. It was obvious that she watched the original show.
Okay.
And emulated that Rita.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not one bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So let me just go through some of these, and I want to hear what you have to say. They said that Krispy Kreme was another character in the movie. That Krispy Kreme might as well have been credited in the poster and credits.
I mean, it's the MacGuffin, but that doesn't mean anything. Like,
well, no, that's not the MacGuffin.
To an extent, the MacGuffin is under Krispy Kreme.
No, that's not the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin is like something we have to stop,
or it's something that drives the plot.
Well, it's something.
The Ark of the Covenant is the MacGuffin.
Well, it's also something that's all powerful that could destroy everything. That's usually,
which is the Zeo crystal.
Well, not so much, because that needs to be in the hands of Rita, and then Rita needs to do something with it.
Yeah, Zordon said if it got pulled from the ground, it would be like 10,000 nukes falling on the Earth at the same time. So by her removing it from its place.
Maybe, okay, if that's true, but then, so at the same time, but like the MacGuffin is not, like, was still introduced, like, third act.
No.
Like
it was like, just the driving. It's what the movie revolves around.
When you look at the structure, okay, it's the structure of the movie doesn't complement a MacGuffin. That's what I'm saying. Like where in Thor 2: Dark World it does. Okay?
Right. Well, all of those, the MacGuffin's the stone.
In Avengers,
the Tesseract,
in
or
Avengers
the Tesseract,
it does, where it's introduced early,
right?
And it's the MacGuffin to stop.
I felt like it was introduced early enough, but we digress.
No, because we're over an hour into the movie and they're just hitting the spaceship.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I wasn't checking my phone throughout the entire movie.
Well, you're now in film class, buddy.
Yes, I know.
You should.
I know.
So. Well, that's a failure.
I'll do it at home. What do you want? I was enjoying the movie.
I know you were, and that's another point I was trying to get at.
Why I go to movies?
No, well, that's when
I pick them apart when I own the DVD. I go to the theater to be enamored.
That's when you know you're in a movie that you enjoy. So,
and I was breaking that one down by X to figure out how much longer we were going to have to sit in those uncomfortable seats.
I like those seats. Okay, you're comfortable a lot when you sit down.
What do you mean?
Like you're uncomfortable here when you sit down.
Right.
You're uncomfortable in the movie theater seat.
In that one, yeah.
Yeah,
I got spoiled by the recliners, man. What do you want?
So,
and this friggin' chair is like fucking hardened NASA plastic. All right, like
it's acrylic.
I have no lumbar support here.
The lumbar support would be deadlifts at the gym. strengthen the body from inside.
Yeah, that'll blow out my knee.
Not outside. Okay, so
it's no bueno.
So real quick though, you made me get off track there. So you don't agree that this was a emulation of the original TV show Rita?
No. And then we were on to Krispy Kreme being a character.
I agree with that. Krispy Kreme was a like a joke,
right?
Just like an inside joke used throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. Okay, so at that point, I'm just trying. I had a quick mental list. That's why I wanted to go through them. That's why I didn't want you to interrupt me, so I could finish my mental list of what some of these reviewers were saying. I'm trying to remember.
Well, we're reviewing. Screw that.
No, because I want to know. It is. I think it's important for us to.
No, I get what you're saying. I don't
want to say like
you want to know, but I can't answer the question that you're posing.
Well, I think it's important for us to talk with the influencers.
That makes sense.
About it, saying only because, if you take this standing that there's collusion, you kind of want to at least expose it on a logical level.
Makes sense.
Okay. A lot of it was that there was disappointment in the Power Rangers transforming, and then the time you got to see them as the Power Rangers.
That one a little bit
was disappointing.
A little bit, not seeing them transform, but just the having to wait as long as you do. Which you may
there was only one set of YouTubers that were like, hey, like once that finale started, it was awesome.
Right.
And there was really, everyone else was kind of just like, I wanted to see more of them. I wanted to see this. I wanted to see that. So, whatever.
Right. Okay. The movie still works. It works. It's just the sequel. Now you know if there is one, we'll get more Rangers. That's how I look at it.
Well,
only one character to develop in that one.
And then everyone said Billy was the best of the Rangers. And,
I agree.
And the other Rangers were less developed.
I wouldn't say they were less developed. See, in this one, I was going... Billy was always my favorite. We touched upon that in the last one. I was honestly thinking Jason was going to be my favorite in this one. And in the beginning, he kind of was, especially with that bitch slap. But by the end of the movie, Billy had me one back over. That never changed for me. I think
Billy was the R2-D2 C-3PO. He was the eyes of the audience.
Makes sense.
Characters done on his level. Crash or burn.
Yes.
Or fly or die or whatever. Yeah. Fly or die, not crash or burn. Okay, like they can come off as the Jar Jar Binks. They can come off as, going back to Transformers, the twins from Revenge of the Fallen. Mm-hmm. Like you can succeed or fail with kind of Deadpool-esque characters that break that fourth wall in self-awareness.
Yes.
Okay. I thought all of them were fantastic.
Yes. They were all great.
Like, no one said how great Zach's backstory was and how heartbreaking that is.
No, that's solid. Like, it really is good.
Because I know you and I kind of went through similar things with our grandmothers.
Right.
Where we were like, I went through...
Both my grandparents.
Yeah, like I went through that with my grandmother. I know you did with yours. And just seeing that, and then like when he has his moment at that campfire.
Yep.
Like, it's like, shit, man. Like he didn't have to say much. Like I knew exactly where he was like coming from, and I was like happy that he even like had that moment. Otherwise, just seeing it and not, it's different when you hear a character describe like a feeling you think you should be having as an audience member, and that's why it's important to set it up at a certain point.
Right.
So you set it up and you go back to it. I thought their setups worked. You know, speaking of the slap, I thought. I think I'm a little bit with you though, being pretty disappointed with Goldar going into this.
Yes,
because
even after the fact, I'm underwhelmed, and I don't get why Gold can heal Rita. Like I'm a little.
Well, that's why I was asking you. Did they have?
Yeah, no, there was no
Gold, or maybe that's something like it kind of.
I mean, eventually there's a Gold Ranger, but that's like 4 series later, and everything else. Like I don't.
Well, I think that might have been something that they didn't make.
And I think they cut out the Fort Knox theft scene that they were talking, because that was really heavily talked about early on. And I know with rumors, and we don't like to talk about that stuff, but there was definitely like No, she breaks into Fort Knox and melts down all the gold. Like, that's where she gets her big score.
Yeah, they kind of see her abstracting the gold out of
the earth.
out of the minerals.
Right.
Okay, which was cool.
Along with teeth.
But what I did like what they did, I thought she was scary. Mm-hmm. Like, right, she was scary.
The only thing that bothered me about Rita was the I couldn't tell why water was so prominent. Like, I feel like she would have dried out, or I couldn't tell if she was drooling whenever she was over someone.
Yeah, I don't really know.
That's my only issue with her.
That could just be, like, I don't know. Like,
because at first I was like, all right, she's wet. Like, she's been in the ocean. But then I was like, wait, you're, like, fully formed, and, like, water is...
I have no idea.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it was kind of still creepy.
No, it worked.
Like what?
It worked. I just don't
get Yellow Ranger, like waking up to it. I thought some of that stuff worked. That could have been stuff again that maybe got left
deleted
out,
scenes,
like some exposition.
Right.
But I thought
she also had gold teeth in some scenes and not in others.
Yeah, that's okay.
It just something I picked up on.
Yeah. So when I was watching this movie, I was kind of like, it's something that occurred to me. So everyone says, like, not everyone, but a lot of people have obsessions with movies that creep them out.
Right.
Like, you watch a movie as a kid, you get creeped out.
Right.
And that movie now sticks with you.
Yes.
And, and not really even creeped out. Sometimes, like, you legitimately get scared.
Right.
And so as an adult, you lose that lens. You lose what might be scary to a child, and then that's one of the paths to assume that they don't make movies like they used to. Okay.
Yep.
But
no, you're just not 5 anymore, and you're seeing foam latex instead of the creature.
But we saw this movie. We went into the movie. There was kids playing with Power Ranger swords.
Yes.
Those kids went into the movie. They were in the theater with us. They didn't go into the movie with us. Okay, we're not luring kids to watch movies with us with toys. Okay, so with all of that, when I was watching Rita in this movie, I was like, "This is happening to those kids right now."
Right,
they are watching Rita, and she is scaring the living crap out of them. Because even as an adult, I thought she was unsettling.
Right,
I thought she was scary. I thought to take an idea of what she was in the TV show and completely taking the Walt Disney term plus her out.
Yes.
Like, and then they explained, even the end of the movie, they explain how she ends up on the moon.
Right.
Okay, because and they also explain how the resurrection of the Rangers is linked to her. Like, they're kind of like
tied together.
Yeah, because in the TV show, it opens with them like, like the
two sequence. Guys opening the trash can on
Earth, and then
the moon.
Then Zordon summons the Power Rangers.
Yep.
And you're like, man, like
Alpha, find me 5 teenagers with attitude that can
with attitude. Okay. So I guess
I would have liked to have heard the theme song more. Because you only get it for that like 10-second, and you're like, and then it just, and you're like, damn it.
That's what a lot of the YouTubers said also. I think there was a review.
It would have even been nice.
That knocked it more for not having more. So a lot of people were saying like it should have been more campy.
Well, like, you know how the trailer was like ding 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 ding, like that would have been cool throughout, and that's not even really.
No, because like here, so trailers are not the movies,
right? And, I know that.
Well, Mark, the other Dream Warriors, participant. He has an obsession with trailers, to the point that he wants to stop watching them because they take away his movie-going experience.
Makes sense.
And it's really weird because there's few trailers that are like the movie ever. Right. So you're just choosing to be disappointed all the time. I really do feel like there's trailers want to tell you the idea, tell you the feeling, and that's their job.
Right.
That's it. Okay? Like, would more Power Rangers music make this movie better? I thought overall, like I said during the movie,
doesn't need it.
I thought
it just would have been nice.
They used Kanye West in the movie.
Right. The music in this movie really is good. Don't get me wrong.
I thought it was incredible.
It's like
Real quick too, do you think when they fell into the crater at the end?
I'm confused by that.
And when they,
I was actually going to talk to you about it. I'm confused.
Well, I thought they just wanted to give a nod to the montage in the original show where the T-Rex comes out of the volcano. I just thought that
that's what I was thinking.
Was the whole moment. But dude, like when they were getting pushed in, and when they were like about to die, like weren't you just like yo, like what's happening here?
I was
like,
more.
I was totally like.
I was more like that with Billy.
Hold the line, yeah.
Billy had me more because I was like, all right, the Zeo crystal's in there. They haven't come together yet. We know they're going to come together. Like,
yeah, and what
has me jacked up,
sacrificing his life force for Billy. Awesome move, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because like I wasn't following.
I was honest to God waiting for Jason to become blue and Zordon to come. Like I was like,
you're like, yeah, they're really going to do something. Or like I thought maybe, like Zordon was going to come in, and then at that point, like maybe Zordon,
like he could bring him or something,
or would be White Ranger, like Zordon would be white, and then they kind of do a Voltron thing where there's a new color because like in Voltron, the princess is pink.
Okay,
the princess has a pink uniform, but I think she's in like the blue line. She's in the blue line. Okay. Because Sven, she's in the black line or whatever. But Sven, the original group, he was like killed.
Okay.
In the original episodes, and the princess comes in, and she's a girl, so they make her wear pink. But she drives a different colored line than her uniform. And I was like, they're even ripping that off. I was like, these guys and they use Kanye West. Yeah. They're off the hook. Like, those movies are great. But no, I thought, like, the things that they explained, the stuff that they nodded to, they didn't have to.
Right.
Like, they didn't have to,
I'm just confused.
So you were confused with the formation of the Megazord?
A little bit, because they say at the beginning that it's the strongest being on Earth is what the Megazords take the form of.
Yes.
And in the show, we all know all the Megazord or the Zords came together to make the Megazord, the big one.
Yes.
So I don't know if when they went into the hole, if like it came together like it would in the show, or if all of the Zords took on the new form of the strongest thing on the planet at that time, which would be human. Yeah. And if we're not going to get the Zords broken up anymore.
No, or they were forming the Goldar. They formed to match Goldar.
To an extent.
Because Goldar...
that one looks like, more human to me than... Well, he's got like the horn... Like that one just kind of...
Yeah, but I thought that's what they matched that. They matched what got... Like, they just matched what got him. And you know what? It's a little loosey-goosey.
I just want to know if they're going to break apart.
It is. Yeah, I think they have to because that's just a part of it. But dude, like the way how they were like combining their powers and using them,
right?
Again, like really.
Oh yeah, that
fun,
was cool.
Interesting.
The whole Triceratops bomb, like that whole thing was.
And then they were like part psychically controlled, right? Because they attached to the uniforms.
Right to the.
Yeah, but then they still had controls.
Right.
And they have to have controls because they have controls in the TV. So, okay. But then I was like, and look, we go back here, but this is like the genius of Pacific Rim, where Pacific Rim solved how do we control this thing by having people share in this thing called the drift. And there's a environment that you can control, like, to suit through, like, this, like, apparatus almost, okay? Right. And here you're like, and it worked. It's like throw right hook or whatever. Okay, it didn't matter. But I thought, like the wings of
you're a leg, I'm a leg too.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Billy had all the best one-liners.
He really did. He really did. Also, and like, and even him too. Like they didn't highlight that his father was looking for the stones. But his father was looking for the stones. I don't know if you picked up on it.
More or less, yeah.
And like the basement that his father was working in had all the stone samples,
right,
and stuff. And you're like, and dude, I just thought even that like not even necessary, not even necessary. But then again, it's there, and it
just makes it a nice little neat bow. Ties it all together.
I said it leaving. I think this is one of the best. And yeah, like, is this our first superhero origin movie? Like, superhero team origin movie? That
is standalone. Meaning Justice League has movies leading into it. Avengers, even Defenders. Mm-hmm. Is this maybe like X-Men? But this is better than X-Men.
It's better than X-Men, but I would have to be a dick and say Mystery Men is the first. It's the first.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm
first.
not saying yeah, okay, maybe Mystery Men is the first, but that's still like comedy. They're not really superheroes. Mystery Men's just like tech. Like, like maybe, but yeah, Mystery
Watchmen
Men,
then.
like I think this is, if it's not no, they're actually not the Watchmen in Watchmen at all.
Well, all right.
Yeah, come on, man.
Shut up.
Don't bring Watchmen to this table. Don't bring no Watchmen weak sauce to this. Well, either way, I would say it's the best though.
I'd give you that.
Maybe it would compete against First Class. I would say it's matched up against First, but if you consider First Class the first of a series, which technically it is, it's the second trilogy for the X-Men. Whatever, but it's like
it's all gray area.
It is.
Can we just call that like a 13 movie pile up and call it a day?
I just love it where Fox doesn't care about the X-Men, nor should we.
Right.
Like, nor should we. It's just another X-Men movie. Please go and watch it. Thank you. And thank you.
Maybe we got it right this time. Let us know.
Yeah, but no, but so like in all, would you recommend this movie?
I would. I would.
Watching it a second time, what would you look forward to? What would you anticipate?
Oh, that's tough. Definitely look forward to the Rangers eventually.
Yeah.
When they get there.
I thought
that in the beginning. Like, the beginning really is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You got the bombs, you got the Yellow Rangers going down.
So that was very similar.
First and only glimpse of the full Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Because beyond that, the helmet just kind of protrudes through the skin a little bit. Like, it's there, but it's not fully. And I like the power, her crystal going in her staff. Because the staff looked like it did on the show, just without the big ass moon. It's got her power coin in there. Like, that was cool. That was a nice touch.
They did things that were unnecessary that were nods and touches and
fan service all over the place.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's like everyone called the R2D2 C3PO piece in Rogue One fan service, but it didn't. That didn't feel forced. I don't think the Vader stuff felt forced, even though people wanted to label it.
Because Leia was there, and they were with Leia. If they put them in the movie, and then it's, we have to go and find Mistress Leia so that we can. Then it would be, but she's there.
And I don't think any of this is fan service. I think they sat down.
Well, no, it's calculated out. Like they had this all ready to go, but there's nothing wrong with like giving a nod to
like maybe you can say it's calculated, but I'm sure there were a lot of other things that were left out, and I think they picked the best things to leave in, and so like I said, that's like a razor's edge,
right? Like Tommy right there, that's a big one to leave out or add in. Well, we'll save him for the sequel,
and that wasn't like no surprise, right? Like we all knew. They had they set up her not having she doesn't have the green gem, the green coin.
They have it. Yes.
So they perfectly set that up. So now it's weird because like the Green Ranger should be introduced as a nemesis. Well, I guess technically it was because she's the Green Ranger.
Right.
So but having someone that goes to school with them, that's their enemy. That's what made those episodes so good.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then, didn't Kimberly have a crush on him or something?
Oh, yeah. The whole... Right. So this...
No. Actually, that entire series,
yes.
Right? He's... Even in the movie, he's saving her. Mm-hmm. So
they even cameo together in this one.
They did.
Yep. Yeah. It was pink and green.
And that was awesome.
Yes.
I thought that was, thank you for...
The only time it's not Kimberly and Tommy is when Tommy's not in the show, and for whatever reason in the Turbo movie, it's Kimberly and Jason. Those two get roped into things.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but it's always Kimberly.
I just remembered that little hairy guy.
Yeah.
And
it's like Ulrich or something.
Yeah, the E.T. furball dude. But I would really,
enjoy this movie again for, like I said, the first hour is completely solid. First hour.
No, definitely. A little slow.
Yeah.
A little slow,
I'm fine
but
with again, like
it worked.
I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me. The training, right, could have been better.
Right.
Just like in the Rocky Pit, whatever. I got like shades of the first Power Rangers movie.
Right.
Because they fight those rock dinosaurs and stuff there. And
they fight the friggin' ooze guys in the quarry. There's always a quarry fight in Power Rangers.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. But so here's the other thing too. I thought the villain assembling something. So, you get this in like the Mummy movie.
Right.
You get this a lot where the villain is like killing souls or sucking blood. I thought as a assembly villain, I thought Rita again was one of the best because it wasn't too much of it.
Right.
You saw her like beat people to death and pull out their teeth. And the jewelry store sequence I thought was like, again, could go either way. Right. I thought it went towards the positive.
I like it.
Showed off her power, and like she kills like a couple, and like she just. Oh, did you notice that? Like when she gets again, we're in the Power Rangers movie, and someone gets their gut blasted with a shotgun.
Yes,
like that's how legit this movie is. But did you see like that the husband of the couple in there got hit in the leg? Like no. He gets shot. He gets shot by like a ricochet. He goes down, and I'm like, yo.
Well, the whole place burns.
Shots fired. Yeah, she like kills.
Plenty of people died. The movie has a body count.
Yeah.
Like
and I love that they explain why Angel Grove is important.
Right.
Okay. And they explained it while destroying it.
Yes.
Man of Steel should have taken it because that was just a city destroyed for.
Yep.
Well, I get it. You gotta stop the bad guy, but this one was like, well, we're going to destroy something and protect something at the same time.
Right.
Okay.
You built your town in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's just like that's what I mean. Like, that stone being there made sense that they're there.
Right.
Like, there's all of these things when you watch the original show, you're just like, oh my god! Like, you would have to. It would be a long list of things to explain.
It's why I really do want to go and watch the subtitled Super Sentais to see if they go into it anymore. Like I'm curious.
Maybe they
at the very least I want to go into the one where the White Ranger was pulled because they never adapted that one American, and that one has like drinking, smoking language. Like it's probably the hardest core of the.
There's just. I tried watching since our Power Rangers episode. I tried watching more of it. It's really hard for me to watch because when I was just old enough to still watch it, but I was like too old to watch it. But I always loved. I always wanted to see what the design work for the villains were. That was always like a big point. Because again, like kind of being connected with that stuff.
Right.
But like the show by itself,
it's rough.
It is really rough.
Yeah. They were getting acting lessons while filming.
Yeah, and I could barely, I could like just as an adult like barely watch it, but at the same time like the audience that it was meant for was so different than some of the material 10 years prior, which is like the 80s boom of animation.
Right.
Because
some of the later seasons apparently get like heavier.
Yeah, but and I'm sure, no doubting that they got the process down better. They knew how to use the footage better.
Right.
But at the same time, it really goes to the point that the things you remember usually suck. They just usually suck.
It's true.
You can't help it. It sucks.
It's rare that
this thing that you love sucks.
Yep.
Like, man, that's hard. But there's been so many times that I tried to watch like Thundercats. Not so many times, but like I'll have a girl over and sleep over, and I'll be like, oh, like Sunday morning, Saturday morning cartoons, and I'll put like Thundercats on because it's on Amazon Prime or something, and every single time it's like, what is this? I'm like, yeah, you're right, it sucks. Like every single time. But all right, I think we can wrap this up. Is there any closing insights and any closing views of the movie.
It's solid. Go see it. If you haven't seen it, you shouldn't listen to all this because you're smacked ass.
My parting words are going to be, you have to participate in something to know if you enjoy it.
It's true.
I was texting Currens before, and Currens said, "I have a feeling Batman vs Superman. I'm going to wait for HBO." And this is a diehard Power Rangers freak,
right?
And it's like, and I'm like, just come with us and just have a good time. Let's maybe get drunk or something.
Well, he already said, let me know how it is Friday, and if it's worth seeing, I'll probably have my dad take me. So
have my dad take me. Jesus. Okay.
They go on movie dates. That's their bonding time. Kearns gets a free movie ticket.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, and but at the same time though, it's like you have to. It's okay to
right. You have to give it a shot.
Just sit down and go into it. And even if you're a diehard Power Rangers freak,
right,
and you know it all, like you know, and there's a lot to know, but you have it all figured out,
right.
That can even stop from you enjoying something.
There's enough of Power Rangers there to make Power Ranger fans happy, and it's a solid enough movie to make a person who enjoys watching movies happy. And, that's the way to look at it.
Yeah, I just feel like look, just sit down and enjoy it.
Right.
Like just sit, not like force yourself to enjoy it, but
of course not.
Just sit down and
open your mind and say, I'm watching a 2017 Power Ranger movie, not 1997's Power Ranger movie. Exactly. What do you want? What do you want? There's 10, 12 years difference.
And you
there.
are going into this, you were against them being powered up outside the Ranger uniform.
Right.
How you think that worked?
I'm still a little the movie is good. I like it. It's still a little Chronicle for me at the beginning.
It is
little.
But I'll tell you what.
It worked.
This didn't occur to me during the movie. I think if someone watched Chronicle and they were like, "Oh my god, if they only had a bigger budget and had balls."
Right. It
Power
would be,
Rangers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Even though they're not. They're very different movies. They're very different in intent. Chronicle.
No one can fly in this.
Chronicle,
no one has mind reading abilities.
Yeah, Chronicle wants to be Akira.
Right.
At the end of the day, but that did occur to me. I thought some of the point of view shots were well used. There was that 360 camera pan from inside the truck.
Right. That killed me a little bit.
I thought that.
I was like, oh god.
I thought that was so freaking ballsy and tough. And they got in there early, and it was just like, man, this is the type of movie, this is what we're doing. We're not just, it's not just like a point and shoot movie. There's actual technique. There's technical things outside of the Megazord animations in this movie. They are using techniques. I thought when he's riding the bike, and it was the point of view of him looking down, and it flipped the different landscapes.
Yeah, that was
that
good.
Point of view. Great transitions, very smart. Like I said, this guy is a capable director. There's enough in this movie to make multiple franchises, to expand, to maybe do a Turtles route where you get a little sillier the second time around.
Makes sense.
But at this, but then again, people rejected. It's still beyond me.
I still haven't seen that second one.
It's still beyond me why people reject that movie. It's just one of those, and that's why I always put it on, because I feel like I have to do that movie service.
Well, I'll say if the next movie were to bring in Zed and leave Rita out, I'd say it's probably going to go a little darker before it gets lighter.
The movie Zed would just mess. If the movie Zed based on this would just mess people up.
It'd be like a filleted alien.
Just oh my god!
I want more of those aliens in the beginning.
And getting to this real quick, did you ever see the James Vanderbeek short film?
Yes.
The Fane film.
Yes.
Didn't that open the same as this movie? Didn't that open with the death of the Rangers?
I think it's the Pink Ranger that goes down at the beginning.
And the lace, and I was watching that, I was like, whoa. It's and I really do think that short film, jump-started this.
I gotta figure out how to get that on DVD.
Oh, that? I think it's always on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't matter.
I want a hard copy.
Okay.
I want an 8-hour DVD of just fan films, like Batman vs. Predator.
They have them at conventions.
I believe
they
it.
have those like fan film.
I just
like,
want to make
compilations.
mine, like the Marvel Zombies fan film. That one was just get like 20 fan films that are great.
There's a Marvel Zombies fan
Yes.
film? How long is that?
It's like 2 minutes 41 seconds.
2 minutes.
It's short.
It's a fake trailer.
It's only no, it's Spider-Man versus Wolverine pretty much, and like a parking garage, and then it would have escalated from there, but I guess they ran out of money.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, something. But no, it's again, this movie was very surprising.
Ghostbusters versus Freddy Krueger. That is a fan film. It's 20 minutes long, and it's pretty good.
How could they fight? They have no way to fight Freddy Krueger.
He comes to their dreams.
But they have...
Look, man, you know how many years it's been since I was just going to
say, there's no way that would even be something. There's no way.
It's something.
Krueger would just kill them all. Krueger kill them all easy.
All right, we'll take 20 minutes out of your night and watch it.
I'll check it out. Yeah, you know me. I'll check it everything. But at the same time, it's just like, what are we doing here?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I know. I digress. Sorry.
But all right. Signing off. Right.
Righto.
Have a good evening, and hope you enjoyed the show.
Amen. Later on.